Hey guys, this is Jay.
Our podcast.
Welcome to Mind Over Nose, and today we have a beautiful sister giving us a visit, and she can introduce herself.
Hello, guys. My name is Mary, and I'm from BG. As you know, hi.
That's dope. That's dope. So, okay,
This broken phone now.
why you being a hater? Whoa, no, you being a hater right now. Why you being a hater? It has no show in the back, and they're being a hater. Okay, let's dive into it.
So today, our topic is gonna be discipline, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret.
Pen of discipline. That's amazing.
Yeah, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. So, would you rather have the pain of regret or the pain of discipline? Which one would you choose?
The pen of man, come on, you know what I'll choose.
What would you choose? That's the question. What would you choose?
Because the pain of regret, right? Pain of
Mhm.
regret is something that if you get hurt with something and then you keep holding on to that pain,
Yeah.
and it's like killing you of regret. When you keep something for so long and you don't talk about it, you don't review it to see what went wrong on it,
Hmm.
and you end up carrying that heavy thing on your heart. So I'd rather take the other, go with another option besides the one.
Yeah. So also, yeah, me too. Cause like I heard somebody say it earlier when I was like at work, I was listening to that. I was looking to TikTok and I heard a lady that was talking about that, and then she was like, "Would you rather have a pain of discipline or pain of regret?" So in a way, it's like, would you rather have a pain of regret not doing what you're supposed to do? So for example, if you wake up and you're like, I don't feel like doing it today. Yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow,
Mm.
and then tomorrow comes and then you can't do it. You can't do it because you were lazy.
You're lazy, so
Yeah, you
and that's why people say I wish comes later.
that
I was
yes,
something,
yes,
and then that's why Swahili people nakataka nama nasemaka
mhm,
ingelijua na kujaga baada ya
yes.
so
Because the more you keep saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do it later. I'm gonna do it later," the later never comes.
never comes.
So it's like you just do it, and that's
That's right. That's right.
powerful.
No,
Yeah,
what I would say is, if you are there and you wanting to do something, and don't wait for a perfect time. There's no such thing as a
there's
perfect
not,
time.
there's
So
not.
you can create your own perfect time, your
Mm-hmm.
own timing. You do things on your own time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait for an approval or wait for a right time, because there's no such a thing as that. So go ahead and do it. If you're starting that podcast, go ahead and start it. If you're starting being a photographer, go ahead and do it. If it's business, go ahead and do it.
Yeah,
It's the time. Right now is the perfect time, right?
just like they say,
Present is the yeah.
time is money.
Time is money.
So in this life that we live, there's no time to waste.
That's not
The more time you sit behind is like you're just gonna be watching others succeed. You're just gonna be watching other like thrive and do what they do better because like the small start is where that's the beginning
right.
is what's hard, but it also is what gets you to the success that you want to get to. If you want to be successful, you have to start. That's the key.
That's the key. Start. Start.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter how little it is. Start.
just like
Go ahead
me
and
right
start.
here.
Yeah. No, no, for real. Like, uh, this what I went through it actually about photography and broadcast
Yeah.
and all that. When I started with a camera that I
Mhm.
bought from pawn shop, right?
Mhm.
And it was one of those old cameras.
Yeah.
So, but I went out. I didn't have any computer to edit on. I didn't have anything fancy.
Mhm.
I started editing on my phone. I edited on my phone for almost 2 years,
Yeah.
editing pictures on my phone, delivering pictures of clients on my phone
Yeah.
for two
That's how it
years. I
starts.
started,
You gotta.
and that's why I said I was talking about early.
Mhm.
I'd rather start today
Yes.
than waiting tomorrow and great and
Yeah.
saying to myself that I could have started yesterday or
Yeah.
that day. So I'd rather start today and fail and rebuild again and fail, rebuild again instead of
Yeah.
waiting for the perfect time. All those mistakes that you go through, all those
Mhm.
failure, them you're learning from it. Those are actually teaching moments that you should learn from it. So if you're not doing
Yes.
something and someone is doing something, failing or good doing it and getting
Yeah.
up again,
Mhm.
they're better than you who's sitting down
Yeah.
just waiting for the
Yeah.
perfect time.
Because we learn from our mistakes. Because if you don't make mistakes, you will never know.
Right.
That's the key. So it's and also I've like noticed just based on me personally, I've noticed like us humans we run away from like mistakes. We run away from making that little mistake because you want to be greater. We rather wait until we get to that
To that
potential
potential.
of something great. Just like you said, if you could have waited, be like, I will get a better camera when they come out. I will better, the better quality. So it's like I wouldn't do it, but
Right,
like you just pushed it, and from there it goes on to like even from that small camera, you learn that this is how it works.
right,
This,
right.
and so if I get a better camera, I would know how to use it. You know?
Now let me ask you a question. What is
Yeah.
the pain moment
hmm
that was teachable? What was a teachable moment for you that you have went through?
For me, is that actually what we're just talking about? The regretting to just me waiting, that part of me waiting for better, chances, better
Mm,
opportunities. Oh, I have an opportunity to be like, oh no, this is not good enough. So I'm gonna wait for that other
mm,
opportunity that comes in, or somebody else that could have, they could advise me to do something better, or they'll bring this, and also waiting for someone to come and rescue you.
I rescue you.
There's nobody that's gonna
Don't,
rescue you
please
if
do
you
not,
don't rescue
do not.
yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody will do that. So it's like you have to put you first in everything that you do. Once you know that that's the key, I put myself first, then you have to put everything that you do within you first. But the more you keep pushing yourself back and waiting for people, listening to people, they're out there and you're like, oh, they could do that. I might be able to if I'm with them. So it's like that. It goes back to what we were just saying. You're waiting for someone to rescue you, someone to come and be, with you through that stuff, to the work that you're doing, to the path that you're taking, right? So it's always like just push. We gotta learn how to push ourselves. That's what I'm learning. I'm literally like I think like literally the beginning of this year, that's what I was doing. I
Mm,
was learning how to push myself daily. So like literally I was learning discipline. Every
this,
day I'll
yeah.
be like, I gotta discipline myself. I
Mm,
gotta do this. If I put my mind to it,
mm.
it has to come through.
True, yeah.
Yeah, it gotta be we gotta have to live in reality. You gotta live in reality and know.
It's a, the way I would look at it is whenever whenever I had a moment that I was stuck,
Mhm.
I could, there's sometimes I get in life that you can't even see past tomorrow. You'd be like, what the
Yes.
hell is going on?
Mhm.
What the fuck should I do in my life? I'm sort of focusing, but it is and when you take those moments that you're stuck,
Mhm.
and some people take that moment like, okay, I know what's, like how, how they say rock, you hear rock bottom.
Yeah, when you hear rock bottom, yeah.
So they used to use that word in gold mining.
Yes.
So that's why they used to use that. And when you get
Bottom,
to the
the
bottom
bottom
of
of
it,
the bottom.
that's why the good stuff is, because it's down
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. If you hit rock bottom in your life, stop, look at your life. Just kind of review your life, review
Yeah.
what you want, and then don't try to fix it. That's what I was saying. Don't try to fix something that's already broken. Try to
Yes.
find another way to
To walk around
walk
it.
around it. To
Yeah.
don't keep that in, like, okay, I failed here, I failed there, and then keep thinking about it over and over and over. It's not gonna help you. Just take that,
That's so
learn from it,
yes.
and just know once you hit rock bottom,
Yeah.
that's what the good stuff is. Push harder,
Yeah.
push
Cause
harder.
like there's never like for me example, I take myself as an example
Mm.
in a lot of cases. Cause like there's never time where I think deeper or I take time to myself than when I'm like there's nowhere. You look at your surroundings and there's nothing.
There's no,
You look everywhere and you're
there's
like,
nothing,
there's nowhere to go. Where am I going? So
man.
it forces you to be in a place where you're like, okay, you put yourself in a corner and you're like, okay, let's think this too. You know, what we doing, where we going. So it's like always that happens when you are at your last moment. When you have no choice, especially when you feel like there's no choice, and you're like the only choice is to sit back
To
and
sit back,
think
yeah.
about it, figure out a way. Then just like sometimes we feel like, oh, I could just let it go, just move on, start over. So it's like in in that point where you want to start over, just think, okay, maybe I made mistakes. Where can I do
What can I?
better?
Yeah.
Yeah, in that position or in that area that you're struggling in, instead of saying, oh, like we were talking about, so many people, you want to kill yourself, you want to commit suicide, you want to do so much things because you don't see tomorrow. There's no way you feel like tomorrow will come.
Will come. It's
You
just you
know,
stuck in that one place.
you're so stuck in the
Yeah.
place where it feels like everything is frozen. Everything is in one place and it can't move, and you feel like nobody's else. So when people have that mindset of saying, "Oh, nobody could rescue me," first like we say, first you rescue
You have
yourself.
to rescue yourself.
So,
Yeah.
in order for other people, because like in a way we see it that way, right? Where we want to be rescued, but also think about those people that you want to rescue. What are they also going through? Because right now I could look at you and be like, oh, we are friends. We have we work together so much. So if I'm in a rock bottom, I'm like, oh, it could be someone that could rescue me
Mm.
based on what I'm going through, right? But then I'm not. I'm thinking about myself. I'm not thinking about what what you're going through. First of all, like how people that it's a small gesture when people be like, "How are you?" Because like, sometimes I could be like, "Oh, this and this and this and this and this." I didn't ask how you are, and you could be somewhere that is worse than me,
Right.
in a
Right.
position where I can't even imagine. So also to acknowledge that before I ask someone for help or before I think about others rescuing me, what are they going through, and how could you help in a way? Because
Just
we have
acknowledging
different.
that there's everybody go through something. You
Yes,
never know
that's the
how
fact.
someone else is. And I'm just gonna repeat it over again. If you
Yeah,
feel stuck, my friend, don't wait for a perfect time. Don't wait for a savior because
there's
you
no
you will
saving.
wait for a long time. There's no you will wait for a long time.
Yeah.
So push yourself.
Mhm.
And do you know that if you meet a group of people and it's
Mhm.
the guy or the person who's loudest
Mhm.
or who give the best advices, you don't want to get hurt a lot.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Because
I,
they've been through a lot. They
yeah,
have
it's like
acknowledged.
the person who's giving advice is the one who already go through a lot. But I'm
Mhm.
not saying that to you know
It's not. It's actually in a way I would put it this is like the more experience you have, is the more you'll be able to help a lot of people.
Mm,
So if I'm not experiencing a lot of things, I won't be able to say anything to anybody. But I take for example, me, I take life as an example.
right.
It's in something that teaches you in order for it's like more of an example, but also some a skill. Like you have different skills in different places. So if you go to tough times, struggles, if you would be able to get out of that struggle, you also be able to help someone else. You know.
True.
So if I went through something and it's difficult and it's challenging and it's heartbroken, it could be all of those things in general. I'll be like, if I see someone that's going through that, I'm like, oh, well, I know I've been through that. I could help you out. I could tell you this and this. You might not even have to go all the way, like how I went through.
Right.
And so in that way, it helps you. So it's like it's seen differently with a lot of people because some people see that as a weakness. Oh, I went through so much, and people would judge me. People would talk about me because of what I went through, or I'm this person that have struggled a lot. People take it in different
And
ways.
that's what I was saying. Take all that,
Yeah.
use it as your superhero suit.
Yes.
Knowing okay, this and this and this. That's what I said because
Mhm.
it may be true you was doing those stuff. Just acknowledging
Yeah.
and proceeding, right?
Yeah.
Acknowledging and proceeding. So acknowledge that okay, here went wrong, here did wrong, and then knowing okay, here did wrong, and just trying to
Yeah, you take the
continue on and take it at knowing that okay, I did it. I
mhm.
can go around this way to kinda,
Yeah.
but I didn't explain that very good. But there is a way to explain that very good. I just
So it's
don't know.
just like acknowledging what you have been through and also taking that in a good way. It's just like the
Mhm.
positive way of taking something that you have been through and
Positivity, the power of
yes,
positivity.
the power. Yeah, that's the power. It's like we should see for me, I feel like us as human, we should see the struggle, especially the struggle we've been into
Mm.
and we have experienced as something as like it's like a positivity way it's like a positive way of being like okay, I accomplished this, I was able to fight this, and now I'm here. So it shouldn't be something that you feel like it's a weakness. It shouldn't be a shame,
You should get shamed, yeah.
you should be ashamed that you
So
went through something
yeah,
because
be proud of your
be proud of what you went through. Be proud of what you have accomplished. It could be worse. It could be good. It could be a struggle. It could be something that you didn't have control over. Some people go through trauma, and some people you don't have control of that trauma that you had. So it's like embrace, especially like embrace what you've been
take
through.
it on, wear it like
Yeah,
your superhero suit.
yeah. You know
Just
what? Yeah, like that saying they say like, what don't break you. It's a saying that goes.
what does not break you builds you.
Yes, what does not break you builds you a
Yeah.
lot. And that is like
And that's how I
Yeah.
said when you see he
I,
rock bottom, knowing you're getting to the good stuff, just push harder.
mm-hmm.
So hey,
Yes, because like I think you touched on it on your other podcast where you were
I did.
saying,
Yeah.
where you were talking about like we have to acknowledge that we there was a part I was touching it. Hey, let me think through what I'm gonna say. Let me think through. Let me go back and read. No, it was
Take your time.
coming.
No, take your time.
It was coming.
It
It's like I heard it when I was listening to your podcast, and I heard
I'm
it.
gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna put it here. So you know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna take a little, put it here. But
No, but what I can say instead of like giving it time or thinking about it, really, what I'm trying to say is that we have to value the human that we are. There was this thing that I was talking about. It keeps coming through my mind recently that I'm a person is like you are a person, beyond your struggles, beyond, what people think about you, what people say about you, beyond those things, you are a person, you know? So it's like, for example, if we, us humans, we're quick to judge.
all right,
If I see you, I want to say this and that within the few minutes. It's like somebody said, a person, you are judged within like 5 seconds of person seeing you,
them seeing
you
you.
know? So why for me I feel like we as human we should think rather than you judging a person. If I see you like we're in a same position, right, or we're in the same area, you could be walking and I see you walk, so it's also hard not to judge, honestly.
No, no, no. Judging just our human nature, right?
It
It's
is.
just our human nature. When you see something, you, it's like
Before we judge a person, to acknowledge that the person have been through a lot, and also it's like you said, it's nature to judge
it's
a
the
person.
human
It's
nature.
a human
It's
nature,
our
right?
nature.
It's
So
in within us, you know.
not to
Yeah.
judge, but to observe. And when you observe, you want to. You have to know what it's like. If you see two apple and orange, when you see, your mind have to kind of say
Yeah,
like this is
yeah.
apple. So judging, right?
But
So it's in our mind. It's our in human nature.
it is in our mind, but like that people, we are so extra with it. We are so extra with it because like there's a person that they could see you, and then they already have a conclusion of who you are,
Yeah.
what you do, and you like I'm like
That's terrible.
you don't know the person, so it's like I've tried. I'm human, and I know since it's in our nature, I've done that before. So it's like, but like I try to do this where if I see a person, right, observe, and yes, I could be like, oh, this person's like this, but then I'm like, why? I start asking myself why.
But
Why? Hmm.
ask you a question, right?
Yes.
In the fake in the fake world, how
Yeah.
do you survive?
And
What? Yeah, what I mean is, everybody's following the trend. Everybody's.
mhm.
So how do you survive? How do you balance your life?
It's hard. That's a good question because it's hard. Because it's like, I would say for me, I would try to just like live a life within like knowing like measure, like you measure who you are and like what you bring, like I say a lot about bringing to that table, so let's not talk about that, but like within my own life, right, because it's easily to be drawn to like to be drawn to that fake life where you see people that they have this, they have that, but I usually be like a lot of times I remember back in like at home like who it was. So I compared them like I had nothing. We had this and that and we didn't have much. But now I have more opportunities. Now I could, if we didn't have a shelter over, us, but now we do. If I didn't go to school regularly, but now I do. So it's like if I see that girl or that woman that has everything right now,
Mm.
I don't compare myself. That's the first thing I do. Because if I start comparing myself, then I'm gonna start pushing myself harder than I should, and I'm gonna start focusing on things that I shouldn't. So it's like
Yeah.
as women, we deal with that a lot. Where you see, okay, someone has a good purse, someone's with dressing nice, someone is driving this type of good car, and then yeah. So it's like it is really hard to not compare yourself within this world that we're in, where everybody's just like we live around comparison. So it's like we like to compare ourselves to others a lot. On like also it could work in a way. It could help a little bit because if you use it in a right mindset where you're like, okay, So this person has this and this. What did they, what did they do to get there? So also you work through that. You acknowledge that they had to work hard. You acknowledge that they had to go through tough times, sleepless night. Cause like for me, I used to be like, oh, I want to be rich. I want to earn companies. I want to do this. But then until I know that rich people they work double than us people like who live like a regular lifestyle, they work like double time. So it's like if you thought like, oh, this person has minimalist cars, they have mansion, they're buying this and that, and different people, some people they sacrifice a lot than you would think, because some people they could sacrifice their body, they could sacrifice something that's really deeper, or something that's really touched to them. And so with me, I would say it's like don't compare yourself. That's the first thing I would say. Secondly, I would say this, that instead of looking at others, look at yourself. Let me rephrase that. Instead of looking at others, look at yourself. So it is easy for us to look at others and want to be like others. But then within that, trying to be like another, like someone else. In terms of trying to be like someone else, it takes away the character and the gift that you have as a person. So if you had, like, for example, if I was, if I had a gift of maybe saying that it's not even a gift, but I'm gonna say it in this way: if you're really true to yourself, that's also a gift. Being true to yourself, because it's something that a lot of us don't have, because of the society that we live in. And so with that, just like how we said comparison, you want to compare yourself. So when you compare yourself to others, you're not true to yourself at all, because then you don't even know who you are, because you want to be like somebody else. So if I am trying to be like somebody else, then I have already thrown myself, worth, my self value, because like I'm trying to be like that person, and I don't know what that person been through. I don't know what they did to get there. Like I we said, somebody really takes a risk to get to where they are. Because you could see me here, but you don't know what I've been through to be here. And also it goes back to just the struggle that we have recently with this generation that we're in, the comparison of body. Oh, this person looks like this, I want to look like that. With even to the point where we go to get surgery, we go to people pay so much money. I be asking myself, I'm not judging, but at some point it is hard not to just like when you observe and you see a person waste so much money on something that is just a skin. It's like a body is body. So it's like, how do you waste so much money on your skin, and yet you go to the gym? Because like those people who get surgery, they also have to go to the gym.
Like,
It's this. It's
yes,
so
I gonna
funny
go to
to
a gym.
me.
That's crazy.
It's so funny to me. It's like, and I have heard this so many times where people are like, oh, yes, but so many people are not like you like others. Like, there's genetics. There are people who are born with that type of genetics, and you have that type of body, or you have that type of, you know,
Then be happy
and
with what
yeah.
you have. Be happy.
So it's like,
But
oh, I
no,
don't
that's
have this.
that's I can't say much about, because that's self whatever
It's self-view, it's self-value, it's
whatever they
self-worth.
call it. I can't talk about nine like that. If you think
No, but
that's what
again,
makes
it
you happy,
goes.
go on, my sister.
No, 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 no.
Hey,
See,
sure,
it's like,
it's
listen,
crazy.
it
Yes,
is
it is.
crazy, but then it goes back to, if you think about it deeply, if you
Self-esteem.
really sit back and think about it, it's that following. So if somebody leads into something, it could be something foolish.
Mm.
So if I'm the one that starts it and I'm leading, and then see multiple people are following that path, they're gonna also want to. It's like if you were in school and then you see that group, it's always there's the other groups
You're
that are
just,
divided, right?
yeah.
And then you see this group is doing this, and you think it's cool because now they're doing it, and now you want to follow that little group, and now you want to be a part of them because you know what they're doing, you think it's cool,
It's cool.
even though it's foolish.
And
So
that's like most teenagers right now.
yeah, that's so many.
That's what they're getting in too much trouble because of that.
Yeah.
Because my friends doing this, I
Mhm.
do it too. Because my friend said this, I said it too. Because my
Yeah.
friend went here, I went there too. So a lot of teenagers are getting into a lot of trouble because of what someone else is doing.
It's
Basically,
not even just like,
chasing the cloud,
yeah.
chasing the the trend is crazy. But
Yeah.
another question that I had,
Mhm.
the purpose.
Mhm.
When did you when did you start? When did you realize that you're gonna live on your own terms?
Well, that one was hard because, like, you know, as African girls, we
African
always it is. We are African girls. You always have, like, parents.
parents, yeah,
Your parents, they have,
yeah,
you live on their terms because, like, they say what they say, and that what they said is what goes. So for me, I had to really sit with myself and think about it because, like, well, I'm back and forth. I'm somebody who really like works hard, and I see myself as the not the only person in our family, but I see myself as the only person in my life. So if I'm like, okay, I have to stand on my ground because I'm like, if I don't do this, like I was saying, if I don't do this, who will? You
oh,
know. So because
okay.
if I wait for that savior would never come.
That's the never came.
Yeah, like they would never come. So it's like that's the first thing I had to work
Yeah,
on, like a young age. Honestly, I had to do it at a young age because like same thing. I didn't have nobody,
no
and
worries.
like,
Yeah,
but I think I took it from my mom because my mom's somebody that really likes to work hard.
she's a resilient
The
woman.
Yeah, so that I took it from my mom because she always like she was on the go. She was always like, okay, I have to do this, then I have to get it done. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. There's things that, they still need to work on. There's things that I live
Yeah.
behind, but just that mindset recently have really clicked in within me where I'm like, if I say I need to do this, I need to do it. And like that savior, like that it's like you cannot like that's one thing we have, and it's like it's so sad. Within the generation we're in, we're always waiting for savior, and that savior is only Jesus. And
And
until he comes,
that's gonna take a long.
until he comes, like, yeah, we're gonna be waiting for a while.
That's gonna, yeah, yeah. Don't
So
wait for Jesus, please.
yeah,
I mean, wait for him
yeah,
spiritually, but not physically,
that's
please.
when, and that's so hard for humans because like the the economy is hard, and
I
so
mean,
when we think
and especially, man, in this economy, people would die.
the economy is crazy.
Trump is trampling
Ugh, don't even start
Mr.
with it.
President.
I'll leave him alone though. I live my life.
But back to the topic,
Yeah.
realizing, developing self confidence,
Mhm.
and many more that we didn't say.
Yeah.
It's the stuff that as a human
We
we
are
should be practicing daily in our life. It's something that should be it should be a part of our routine,
daily
because
routine. Yeah.
if you have self confidence, you have, you want to develop, you want to, to do thing, want to do
Mhm.
good thing in your life. You have to stop relying to
Mm.
other people.
Mm.
You know, start your own thing, whatever it is. You always want to start it. Right now is the perfect time. Get out
Mhm.
the house, go kick a ball or something. But
Yeah.
don't sell it punishing yourself for something that already happened, that you
Yeah.
cannot change, that you
Yeah.
cannot fix.
Mhm.
So stop punishing yourself and get out and go do some.
Yes.
Go be
Something.
active. Go be active. Go do something.
Yes.
You
And
never know. Like I said,
yes.
if something bad happened in your life, learn from
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Wear as your superhero suit and
Mhm.
chase that dream. Get out,
Yeah.
chase the dream, man.
Yeah.
Don't wait for a perfect time, because present is the perfect time. It's called
Mhm.
present for a reason. It's the gift.
Mhm.
So
Yes, it
that
is. The last thing that I've said to them is just like we said, really live a life of no regrets.
no regrets,
Live a
no
life with
regrets, no
with no
regrets, no
regrets,
regrets.
and acknowledge that things that happen to you, those that you don't have control, be able to live free, you know? Be able to live free because you don't have
You
control
have
over,
control over it.
and
Yeah.
like, and also have faith. Have faith within yourself, and have faith within the future that that's coming, your future. And also know, like, I've seen with people that do that little short videos of like, oh, my future self, and I'll say this to my future self. And like I've been thinking about it. It's like you can already see there'll be a future, you know? So when you already have that knowledge of there will be a future, and so you push towards that, you know? Because like it's different from someone that says, I don't know my tomorrow. I don't even know what's the point of living my tomorrow.
And you know, people say, well, I want to start something, I want to do
Mhm.
something, I want to go out and do something, but I don't have money, I don't have
Mhm.
money. And one thing I realize is that poor people, we shy. We
Poor
are
people, we
shy. I
shy.
swear, poor people, we are shy people.
I'm rich in Jesus' name.
The most shy people in the world is poor people. We are
Yes.
poor. We are poor and we are shy.
Hmm.
But one thing I'll say is to that's exactly that. Admitting,
Yes. Which you who you are.
admitting, and saying, okay, I am poor.
Yes.
I'm shy and have to move. Have to move. I swear, you have to acknowledge it. That okay, I'm poor. I'm shy. Okay, once you know, okay, I'm shy. Okay, I can walk around that. No, I can walk.
Mhm.
Not be shy. But if you don't know that you are shy, so how you can never walk towards that. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
like, my friend, don't be shy because the worst thing that can ever happen to you if you come ask for rich people like you money
Yeah.
is to say no. That's the only thing can happen. That's the worst thing can happen for you to say no. No one slap you. You know, you're
In
not
Jesus'
kill
name, I'm rich,
yeah.
amen.
So poor people like me, my brothers and my sisters are there that are poor like me, that are poor like me. Please do not be shy. I know it's the easy way. Like, "Ah, okay, I don't know. Go out, ask for opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities. I swear to you, there's a lot of
Mm. There
opportunities
is.
there that are waiting just being grabbed. So
Um,
get out, get your phone, get your laptop, look up stuff. Go to offices, ask. The worst thing can ever happen for them to say no, we don't have it, or no, we don't need that service. But and imagine the possibility of asking 10 and 3 say yes.
yeah.
That's something you just did instead of you sitting at home
Yeah, but it also goes around with that we just talked about having faith.
having faith,
Believing in yourself before anybody
self
else
confidence.
does. So yeah, if you believe in yourself, then you're gonna have that self confidence. But also, we could touch on that is how you present yourself. So it's like you said, if you feel like, oh, I'm too poor, and you work around with like letting people know that you're poor, then they're gonna treat you that way.
No, I'm not saying that way.
No,
I know what you're saying, but I'm not saying that way. I'm just saying, do you know how, for example, right? I'm poor, right? I'll
you're not
try
poor.
my best to don't look poor.
Yeah, it's
And see, that's the problem.
don't be fake though.
No, that's
Try.
what. No, let me say what I'm trying to say. Right?
Okay, yeah.
You trying hard to not look poor, it is why you poor. I swear, I'm not lying.
No,
For
but it's in
example,
the
look.
concept.
For example,
Mm-hmm.
my friends they are rich, right? They
Yeah.
got they all got Dodge cars, or they all got fancy motorcycles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm poor. I ain't got no money, but I'm gonna try so hard
Oh no, not in that
to get
concept.
that bike, to get that motorcycle, so I can be like them.
No, not in that concept. What I'm
Okay.
saying is like,
So don't
for
be shy. Don't if you poor, admit you poor. Tell them, hey man, I ain't got no money to go buy that car. And if you poor, ask your friends for advices. Ask your friend for because you may be there. I haven't talked to you in like a week or so. You may have a lead, and I don't. So going out and asking for those leads, going to different companies, different offices, looking up on website, asking, hey, I have this service that I provide you guys. Stuff like that. Look, I'm looking for this kind of work. Do you guys?
mm-hmm.
I swear, the worst thing can ever happen for them to say no, and don't try to show off when you're poor.
What you don't have. That's it.
Don't because
Don't
it,
try to
it will
show what you
destroy
don't
you.
have.
If you're poor,
It's the fake
be
life.
poor in clever way. I swear.
No,
There's some people who are poor around here that we don't know that they're poor, and we look at them like, oh, they're okay.
no,
They don't
it's
flash. They don't have the best new car. They don't have but they don't suffer it. But if you
Mhm.
poor and you try to look rich, you're gonna suffer. You're gonna look outside good, but inside you're suffering.
Yeah, no, it's the mindset though.
So yeah, and that's why we actually talking about the mindset.
Yeah, we're fighting
Yeah,
against that. We're fighting against the
yeah.
mindset of
So
reality and the dream life. The dream
yeah,
life.
no, it's good, and that's what I encourage people to realize, to look at the reality,
Mm-hmm.
because within reality, the dream is not a dream that you dream in the bed. The dream is the dream that you follow. You get. If you're sleeping in the bed and dreaming you're eating a lot of
Mm-hmm.
matoke, it's not gonna help you.
No. No.
But if you wake up, the dream that you remember in the morning to go chase, that's the dream that we're
Mhm.
talking about.
That's
You
true.
know, you wake up say, okay, I want to be a content creator. That's an easy sample. I want to be a content creator. Get out, go get a phone. You have a phone. You have your mics at Walmart, like what, $10.
Mhm.
Go get yourself a light and start shooting. Start
Yeah.
streaming. Start doing. You want to be a photographer? Go buy. Go to the Best Buy. Buy a small camera. Start from there and growing from there. You want to be a business entrepreneur? Start somewhere. You want to be a tennis player? Start training. You want to be everything. You
Yeah.
have to start,
It's
start,
just
start,
it.
and
That's
start.
it.
So
That's it. And it's like small thing
with
that I wanted to touch on lastly was that the whole reason why that happened is just like the with us, like our people. I'm not gonna go too far. Our
that's what you
people
want.
is the concept of saying like we're in this like category where we don't want to like upgrade. And
Mm.
those that upgrade, we always like, it's not shame them, but we're quick to judge them. It's like not seeing the progress and the hard work that they did, but we what they want to see. Oh, they did this instead. They faked their life. Oh, they might have done something really bad to get there. We don't want to learn, and that's why it just kills us. Cause like
Mm.
if I already think that you did
I
something
know
really
what
bad
I
to
think.
get where you are, I wouldn't want to learn from you.
I think I
I
know what you
want to
want
be,
to say.
yeah, running away from you. But and what I really push people to see is that if I see someone and you envy that person, right? Where they are at that moment, you should be like, okay, can I, if you can really,
The good envy. This is what my
yeah,
mama told me. I swear. The good envy is when you envy somebody.
mm,
Instead of being jealous,
you want to learn from them.
learn from them and create your own. Instead of
Yeah,
you going to a roga to fight them war, go ahead and create your own. Compete in that thing. Don't compete in fighting or destroying stuff.
yes,
No,
yes,
compete in creating. You know.
yes.
So it is.
Yeah,
And
we just don't.
anybody who there who's listening,
hmm
please change your mindset.
Yeah.
Mindset. You know. Yeah,
Let us not focus so much on
no,
like destroying others,
destroying others.
but let us focus so much on building each
Building.
other so we could all be better. Because if, like, if you had, to work hard on your path, in your ways, I should be able to get to pick up one or two things from, your journey and also learn from that and create my own because my journey could be different from yours. There's people who succeed real quick and there's people who take their time, and process to succeed.
Mm.
And to me, I feel like it's a good way because I might think you succeeded really quick, right? You got there real quick, but I'm like, oh, why am I taking forever? What my chances are. But it also goes back to learning, the process of that success. Okay, this person worked hard to get there, but what
Together,
did they
yeah.
have to sacrifice? So I'm not gonna expect like, oh, God is gonna drop something miracle and I'm gonna be rich from today and then I'm gonna be looking people down. So that's the difference. Those people who their parents are giving them money, your parents that are rich, they give you money, and then you go live on over your parents' money or their success. You're not gonna see the power to build it. You're just gonna know it's handed to me.
Send it.
But if I work hard to get there, I'm gonna know like, okay, this is the process to go to get there, and even if you fail, I could get back up.
They can
But
get
if
back up.
that thing was handed to me, I'll be like, oh, I fail. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the person, and they're gonna
Okay.
give me. They're
Yeah,
gonna hand it to
and
me.
that's how you see most of lottery winners
Yes.
end up broke. I don't know why. But
Yes. Let's wrap that up.
we get into to the point that we are before we wrap up. We're gonna have to thank. How do you?